Kwanro had, and I expected him to lose a couple Marines on the resync, but able to dodge them right back out in time. Playing a little bit panicky right now, and Kwanro just kind of posturing a little bit here and there. There is a science vessel finally out in the field for Bogus, but yeah, his economy's been kind of slathered. That hive tech is going to be up in plenty of time. You can see the zerglings being produced. Should see a defiler mound in not too long. Plenty of lurkers, plenty of lings. Yeah, you can just see Kwanro gathering his might, his forces, just gathering everything he wanted. Going to hive, again sneaking behind that natural secondary, and it looks like as these siege tanks are going to press forward, he's going to basically trade a lurker for... Ooh, never mind. Getting a little... I thought he was going to go for that natural secondary, just pummel through it again as these medic marines were kind of wandering out in the field, but it looks like he's going to back out, swing back around, able to take out 2 lurkers, and you can see Bogus playing very, very defensively, having to invest more resources on the front. Carapace 1 is up. Oh! Science Vessel does manage to get a radiate. Kwanro with a okay split, not the best split ever, but he managed to preserve most of his Mulisks there. They thought he was going to be able to take the Science Vessel out, but not quite. Still very weak, and it looks like Kwanro's setting up for a pincer, trying to gather the forces, and it looks like he's going to be able to. He's going to really be able to pin Bogus's troops in. And oh man, Bogus loses the Science Vessel first of all, which is going to stop that attack. Oh, gets annihilated. Those tanks getting taken out, and especially losing those siege tanks, it's just like... Yeah, salt in the wound. Losing all of his medic marines once again. He was already economically behind and not able to really stop, not even able to kill a lot of troops right there for Kwanro. And Kwanro just kind of shaking his head. Wow, he almost looks like he's listening to, he's just kind of jamming to the Zerg music right there. He's like, yeah, I like this music. Good music, this Zerg music. Terran music a little better, I granted, but whatever. Just going to jam to it as I'm killing stuff. Yeah. Like a true Zerg player. He's taking the expansion in the bottom left-hand corner. Should have a Nidus Canal up in not too long. And Bogus is just looking silly right here. Getting wiped out. Does have a couple fire bats, and granted, but honestly, the overwhelming Zerg. This is Kwanro. It's Kwanro! Running up a little bit of a disjointed attack, but still able to take out the fire bats. Yeah, like he's going to back off, loses some Zerglings, but that's it. And what are these Medic Marines going to do? Going to get pinned in. Look at that. Can't do that to Kwanro. Backing out. And I got to do the last match after this, actually. Nidus Canal just about up, and that's going to be 4 gas, 4 Kwanro to work with. Keep in mind, Bogus is still at 2. He's lost a lot of his army. He's lost a lot of his siege tanks critically. Those take a long time to build. He's had his economy pummeled at the beginning. I don't think he's really caught up since then. Getting a little bit of a lucky lurker right there. Lucky lurker, but not able to get much else. Running in, he's going to end up losing... Oh, more medic marines. Oh, losing another attack force. Able to get a couple lurkers in response, but this is just kind of delay fodder now for Kwanro to get some of those higher tier Zerg units out there. Probably should see an Ultralisk and a Defiler simultaneously, because he's got pretty good position to work with right now in Lurkerling, but he does need to transition up here at some stage. Granted, actually pretty much sticking to Lurker. Yeah, okay, never mind. There's the Ultralisk counter Defiler mount. I haven't seen a Defiler out yet. It looks like he's just going to go for the full complement, just have all the Lurkers and all the Defilers and Ultras come out at once and just swarm in the meantime. 4 Science Vessels out of nowhere there, though, for Bogus, which pretty good. I guess he put down a second starport, but I still don't think it's really going to suit well. Loses one of them in transition as well. Trying to provide a little bit of delay, some defensive posturing. He knows the Ultralisks are going to be coming eventually, so just planting mines out on the front to try to defend against it. But that's not a winning maneuver for him. I mean, that's great if you're economically ahead, but he's nowhere near economically ahead. Able to run out and clear this contain that's out on his front door, but still going uphill, going against these ramps, or going into the Lion's Den, which is Kwanro's main, I don't think he can go anywhere to get anything accomplished. Maybe if he had a dropship or something. But really, yeah, honestly, Defilers out there, Lings alone with those Defilers, especially I think they're crack upgraded, should be able to take these attack forces out despite the measly fire bats that are out there. Kwanro doesn't fear fire bats. Wandering up, oh, might lose some more science vessels. Oh, loses another science vessel, 2 science vessels critically. Yeah, you see the fire bats just getting absolutely vanquished very, very rapidly. Does manage to irradiate the Defiler, but going to be sent home once again, and he's just not in a very good position at all in this match. So Bogus, yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. 3 bunkers on his front. in a very, very defensive posture. It's not going to really help him out at all. Has a single SCV. He's just praying we'll be able to build without the Zergling seeing him. He's like, be invisible, be invisible. Armor upgrade already up there for the Ultralisks. I don't think those Marines are very well upgraded. I don't even know he's been able to afford another Science Vessel getting taken out. And those Ultralisks just eating, just munching, having a field day here. It's like a picnic for them right there. With the medics and the Marines, and yeah, Zerglings swarming right as the SCVs are right there having another delicious meal. The SCVs, for whatever reason, thinking it's a good idea to pin themselves behind the mineral pile. They're like, quick guys, hide behind the area where we get kind of stuck. Let's see if those Zerglings hold. Okay, they're returning actually. They can return minerals or costs there. Some Marines to the rescue, and there's Kwanro once again jamming. But yeah, right now 4 gas for Kwanro. Upgrades everywhere, Ultralisks running everywhere. It's going to be short measure. He's even, wow, he can even plant down a couple of Sunken colonies apparently. Zerglings dragging those mines apparently to Texas, I guess, which is quite a distance from Korea. Like, I can drag these mines forever. Science Vessel's still out there. Kwanro taking an obligatory additional base. Doesn't really need to. I think he's just doing it for show. That 6 o'clock location does have that bunker. It does have a lot of fire bats, but that's a lot of Ultralisks. This is the thing with Kwanro. I don't think he should attack here, but I think he's going to anyway. Yeah, I think this is actually a bad attack position, specifically because of those ramps like that and all those Science Vessels overhead. But yeah, still does it anyway. Still runs in with the Ultralisks. Still actually able to take out some Science Vessels, nevertheless. But, wow, old school with the supply depot up front. Anyway, it looks like Bogus has managed to establish a third. Not going to last very long. I still don't think he can defend his main. Kwanro still persisting in some attacks there to the 6 o'clock. Not quite sure why. Does have the Ultralisks wandering out, and he's just got a really big army. Just a really big, really well upgraded army. Doesn't need the swarm, doesn't care about the swarm anymore. Doesn't have the Defilers alongside with him. Just been investing it otherwise. A little bit of a scattered attack, and actually needs to be careful here because Bogus is starting to swing back into this, and honestly he's just been sending piecemeal attacks. Granted, Kwanro's still very, very far ahead, just specifically on upgrades and specifically on units and specifically on all the gas he's got to have out there, but Kwanro can't fool around forever and expect to win this. So it looks like a single Zergling. I'm not sure why that was more important to see than the Ultralist. I guess because there was a drone involved and the drone was taking an additional base. But Kwanro, it looks like he's just going to send out some attacks, absorb these medic marine fields, just wipe them out here and there while he's taking the rest of the map, and just play just pure Sauron Zerg, it looks like, against Bogus from the rest of this match on. Instead of just gathering up a bunch of Ultralisks, and even though there's bunkers there, swarming over the top of it and ending the match there. So, whatever. Looks like some... not sure why I'm upset about that. It's just very uncharacteristic of Kwanro to play the safe, passive, economic game, winning it that way, rather than just completely destroying everything that lies in his path. Like the crack-filled... whatever. I gotta think of a good small mammal to... And I don't want to do the Pikachu thing because it's mythical. Thinking more, I guess there is a Pika, this small little, I don't know. I picture something, a chinchilla. He's a methamphetamine crazed chinchilla of doom. Maybe that works. Anyway, come up with it nowhere. Chinchillas are scary things. Looks like some more science vessels getting taken out. Nice split. 3 more down, only 2 up in the air. And I think there's actually more defilers now out in the field than there are science vessels. Definitely more Ultralisks than there are science vessels, and not enough mines to really cover the difference. Looks like that medic marine force is actually getting pinned out. I don't know why it wandered down the ramp, but it's going to get completely wiped out. And actually, it looks like Kwanro now is probably going to have the opportunity to press into the 6 o'clock, because I think there's only a bunker defending there otherwise. Medic Marines running for their lives, trying to buy them, their comrades, some time. Yeah, that 6 o'clock now going to get taken out, because all that's left there is that bunker. No big army otherwise. That Defiler is going to be able to take out that Marine just by staring at it. In the meantime, that Ultralist is just pounding away. Maybe, okay, no, does not get the bunker. Ultralist blocking his Zergling friends otherwise. Go drones, attack the Marine, you can do it. And it looks like now the counterattack at that natural secondary, some Lings leading, and there's GG. Bogus realizing he just doesn't have enough to keep up. Kwanro breezing through the second match. Let's see how he can do in the final, which, let me check what map that is going to be on, which is going to be an Ultimatum. Hope you guys enjoy it. Moving on to the next match now. Thanks for listening.